Why we fear aging more in photographs than in mirrors. Most people expect to age. They know it will happen. They understand that time changes every face, every body, every life. And yet, many people feel a strange discomfort when they see those changes in photographs. A wrinkle that seems more noticeable, a face that looks older than expected, a photograph that feels different from the image they carry in their minds. But something interesting happens when those same people look in a mirror. The reaction is often much softer, less dramatic, less surprising. So why do photographs make aging feel more unsettling than mirrors? The answer may begin with familiarity. Every day, we see ourselves in mirrors. The changes happen gradually, so gradually that they become almost invisible. A few days pass, then weeks, then months. The face changes slightly, but because we witness the process continuously, our minds adapt. The person in the mirror still feels like us. The transition is smooth, almost seamless. A photograph works differently. A photograph freezes time. It allows comparison. It creates distance between who we were and who we are. Instead of experiencing change gradually, we suddenly see it all at once. A photograph taken 10 years ago sits beside a photograph taken today. The years that passed slowly in real life suddenly appear instantly. The change becomes visible, and visibility can be uncomfortable. Psychologists often describe this as a disruption of self-image. Most people carry an internal picture of themselves, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. Identity develops slowly and tends to remain surprisingly stable. A person who feels 30 inside may be 60 outside. A person who feels young may suddenly encounter a photograph that tells a different story. The image creates a confrontation between inner experience and external appearance. And that confrontation can feel unexpected. The mirror rarely creates this effect. The mirror reflects the present. Only the present. It does not remind us who we were 10 years ago, or 20 years ago. It does not place different versions of ourselves side by side. A photograph can, and because it can, it becomes a record of change, a visible timeline of passing years. There is another reason photographs feel different. A mirror is interactive. We move, we smile, we adjust our expression, we experience ourselves as living people. Photographs are static. They freeze a single moment. One expression, one angle, 1 second. Sometimes that frozen moment feels less forgiving than reality itself. The image becomes evidence, and evidence feels difficult to argue with. Photography also preserves something else. Not just appearance, but memory. When people look at old photographs, they are not only seeing younger faces. They are seeing younger versions of their lives. Different dreams, different worries, different chapters. The image reminds them not only of physical change but of time itself. And often, it is time that people fear more than aging. The photograph becomes a reminder that moments cannot be repeated, that certain versions of ourselves no longer exist, that life moves forward whether we notice it or not. This may explain why old photographs can create emotions that mirrors rarely do. Nostalgia, longing, reflection, even sadness. The image captures more than appearance. It captures a vanished moment. Yet there is another way to look at these photographs. Instead of seeing loss, we can see evidence of experience. Every line on a face represents years lived. Every change reflects a life moving forward. Aging is often described as something disappearing. Youth disappearing. Time disappearing. But perhaps aging is also something being added. Experience, wisdom, stories, memory. The face becomes a record, not of decline, but of existence. The next time you encounter a photograph that makes you notice the passage of time, consider what you are really seeing. You are not simply seeing an older face. You are seeing a life that continued, a life that changed, a life that accumulated years, experiences, and memories. And perhaps that is why photographs affect us so deeply. Because they reveal something mirrors cannot. Not just who we are, but who we have been, and how far we have traveled to become the person looking back at the image today.